you don't get absorbed instantaneously. You see, learning, listening with the heart can change you on the spot. I have seen in my lifetime, 37 years, in both network marketing and insurance, people have changed on the spot. People have resigned their job and come immediately in the system on the spot. Why? Because they open up their heart so well that just like how STC30 works wonders for people who are in coma. I've seen people in coma now, like in Manipur, a case happened, epilepsy, IS order. Doctors gave up hope. But someone came with STC30, put under the tongue, next day they already woke up. Why? Because the mind is not interfering in between, guys. Unless you are sitting here in coma, then whatever I tell you is like a baby, it will go direct into your system instantaneously. And that is the power. If you listen, guys, listen. That's the reason why we are told not to play, not to keep a child near the television. Some people, you give a maid to take care of your child, they watch all kinds of serials, and then a child is sitting down, that child is absorbing everything. And that if you send a child there, that means the movie is programming the child. The maid is watching, enjoying it, but the child is being programmed. And those emotional programs last a lasting time, guys. Whatever you program a child until 8 years old makes the child. After 8 years old, the child is become adult. But how the child is programmed within the 8 years from the mother's womb until the 8 years is how the child becomes. Same thing here in network marketing business. Some of you come pre-programmed. That means you have your own mindset. You have done this, you have done that, you have done this, and then you don't know how to drop it. You don't come in as a baby here. You may have signed up as a baby. Whether you come in the super package, whether you come in a starter package, how you start at that package is what makes you different, guys. There are people who start a starter package and then they upgrade themselves within the 60 days to star package. Then they upgrade themselves within the 120 days to within the 90 days to Supreme Plus package. Then they upgrade themselves within the 120 days and then they become Ruby. There was a girl from Uganda who was down here in Malaysia. At that time, I was a Ruby. She was a Ruby. So I asked her, how did you start? So she told me I started from starter package, sir. But there are people who started from super package. They're still there. They're still there. They're still there. So it doesn't matter how you start, what package you start, but how well you start, guys. That's very important. So my formula, whatever I do and whatever I teach, whatever I coach is very simple. Start it right. If you cannot start it right, don't start. You're going to destroy yourself and damage a lot of people also. Because if you start 6:30, the word 6:30 means you're not a professional, you're not handling it the right way, and you become like a quack doctor. Okay, quack doctor. Mr. Jineshwari Rao, you're just saying that you're inside here, or you are going to ask me a question. I will allow you all to time to ask the question. Just listen to me out first. Listen to me out first. Don't let your mind to work for you now. I'm going to call you all to ask me questions now in a short while. But just listen me out. That's why you must come in 3 o'clock sharp so that you know what's happening. You come in between, you put your hands, you're disrupting the flow, guys. Whenever you come to something, don't disrupt the flow by your gesture. You're just coming late, you just come inside. In insurance, when we were trained, if the program is 3 o'clock, we come in at 3:10, the door is closed on us. The door is closed. And then we have to wait for the break. Even though we have paid money for the programs, we could have paid $100, $200, $300, sometimes $500. We pay the program, but the guy who organizes the program only gives us 3:01. We must be, by 3:01, we must be inside that. And then if with that, the door is closed. And we are only allowed to come during break time. When you come late, you got no rights to ask anything because you are late. In business, you have to respect time first, guys. If you want to be success, you have to respect time. You have to value time. You go for movies, the movie starts at sharp. They don't wait for you. You go to place of worship, you go to church, mosque, temple, they don't wait for you. That means success doesn't wait for you, guys. You have to be 3 o'clock means you have to be there at 3 o'clock. Malaysian time, 3 p.m. or whatever time your time, you have to be sharp there. All right. So very important. Punctuality is very important. Now, what happens if we come in late? They allow us late means if suppose the guy comes out and sees us outside waiting there, then he let us come, but we have to pay a fine. A fine of every 30 minutes, they have a fine of 90 ringgit or something like that. We have to pay the fine to sit down. That's how strict our trainers were before. And that's why we are what we are today, guys. But in network marketing, we cannot do that. In insurance, I can do that. Because I'm allowed to do that. As a manager, I'm allowed to do that. But in network marketing, we allow you to be yourself 100%. Discipline is something your leaders should not impose on you. And if they impose on you, you have not gained your freedom of doing this business, guys. I let my people to play the game they want to play. But when I bring them into a system, then they have to follow the system. So we don't impose on you what to do. We don't tell you what to do. This is not a business of managing people. It's a business of leading people. We inspire you. But you have to manage your time. You have to manage your mind. You have to manage yourself, guys. And that's what leadership is all about. So when the time is 3, you have to come for 3. You know, it's a program, the training, you have to come on that time, guys. Okay. And then we give you time and we tell you that 3 to 5 minutes, you cannot come and sit down why they're talking so long and all that. You're not a leader. So you see, very important, a guy who goes for gold digging, he knows that he has to go through a process to get the gold. He'll never complain that process. If he's not getting the gold, he will keep on keeping on. Keep on keeping on. He will persist until he finds the gold. While doing the process of digging the gold, what you will do? You will find so many dirt, so many sand, so many unwanted things. But he will keep on throwing all those unwanted things, throw the unwanted things, still until he finds the gold. And our business is also like that, guys. And you should not complain when you're doing that process. It's a process, it's a process, it's a process. So you know that if I do this, I will get this, then why you complain of what you're doing? You should not complain to the creator who gave you the opportunity, the hard work you're putting in to get what you want. Never complain. He will pull back the opportunity from you. And then never do that. So you must always thank for the opportunity. Get up in the morning. At least I have super life. There are so many people without anything, they're suffering. So many people committed suicide. At least I have a breath, I have super life now to do with me. And that's how we must thank, guys. Not when you're making money. Any fool can thank the creator when he's seeing money. But if you thank the creator when you're not seeing the money, that's the time more will come for you guys. So for me, that's what we call as, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call as faith. F-A-I-T-H. There are 51 of you here. Whether there are 5 of you or 1 of you, I'm going to speak the same thing. Whether that's my brother is sitting in front here, whether that's my wife sitting in front here, father sitting down in front here, I'm going to speak the same thing. I'm not going to speak something different according to the people who are sitting here. Because who is sitting here, you make the difference for yourself, not for us. We give it as it is. How are you going to use it is totally up to you guys. You use it, you gain. You don't use it, you don't gain. I worked very hard to become a crown ambassador, not to show off, not to say anything. Why? Because if you follow the system of SLWC global system regularly, organically, with just 68 people, with 50,000 members worldwide, you can gain what you can become a crown ambassador. And I proved that. I proved that not to prove the world, but because that is what I owe to this industry that brought me out from where I was. And today Superlife is giving us that power, guys. So how many of you, before I start now, I'm going to call a few people to share who have come for our previous programs like this, and they will give you and highlight what you're going to gain here. But how many of you are very, very, very serious of Superlife? And if you rate, if I give you a rating, okay, 1 to 10, where do you put yourself as far as Superlife is concerned? And that is very important, guys. Okay, where do you put yourself? Can you all please type that? If it's 1 or 10. Okay, somebody put 10 or 10. That's right. I like that. Okay, keep typing, guys. Okay, 10. All right, very good. Keep typing. I'm not going to see your name. I'm not interested in that. Your name belongs to you, not to me. Okay, 10. Keep typing. Keep typing. Okay. You see, where you are now, what you are now is not important. Where you want to be, what you want to be. Eric Warre, when he started the videos just now, he said, you must have something big that you want to achieve. 90-day game plan is not for everybody. It's for someone who want to achieve a big way. All my success now until today is all 90-day game plan, guys. I don't shout about it. I don't talk about it. I don't tell the world what I'm going to do. But I will never do something if I don't have a 90-day game plan. I achieved a Crown Ambassador last month. I relaxed myself. I just played a fool for a while. Then I said, if I don't start a 90-day game plan, then what happens? I'm going to be relaxed and I'm going to sustain my success. I don't want that. I always want to strive something more. And that's what our soul is all about, guys. It always want to go for something more. So all of you want to go for something more, and only you know what you want. Only you know what you want. Okay? So put up your this thing here. Somebody put 7. Fantastic. Go ahead, guys. Whatever comes in your heart, you type. And I want people for working from the heart. Okay, that's very good. Okay, keep typing. Now, next one. That means you all are very serious. Very, very serious in Super Life. Now, why do you want to become serious? What do you want to gain from Super Life? There are three things you can gain. Like, number one, you can gain fame here. You attain certain level or you become a famous person. Everybody will know you around the world. Dr. MAHA was nobody before Super Life. In fact, I may have been somebody in the field of network marketing industry. I may have been somebody in the field of insurance industry. I may have been somebody in the field of public speaking, training, coaching. I may have been somebody in the income tax industry. I may be somebody in the spiritual part. I became somebody in all the parts I went to. But today, Super Life has made me somebody in the world, guys. That means the whole world knows me. That means people who are involved in Super Life. And why that's what I didn't want to earn. I just help other people to gain what they want to gain. I'm getting what I'm getting without even striving for it. And that's very, very important, guys. Okay, to change my lives and the life of others. I like that. To change my life and my life of others. You see, when you come in with that intention to change your life with my life of others, that is the right way to start. That is the right way to start. I want to change my life and the life of others because you are very important. There is no world without you. If you are in Papua New Guinea, if you are in Holland, if you are in India, if you are in Nigeria, if you are in Liberia, if you are in any part of the world, Malaysia, doesn't really matter. There is no world without you. That 51 of you, if you close your eyes, you don't see anything. If you can't see anything right in front of you, when you close your eyes, how can you see the rest of the world, guys? You are in the world, but you're not. You're just part of the world wherever you are. So your world is where you are. That means the world is you. You are the world. Now Zoom has given us a chance to go to the around the world. So instead of seeing here, you can see far. So what is actually goal setting? To go as far as you can see, to get as far as what you can get, and to strive as far as best you can. Zoom is giving you the opportunity now to see much more. I can have a very big dream, guys. When I started Super Life, suppose my dream is 1 million. I want to earn 1 million USD. I'm giving an example. But if my market size, this is business. If my market size is just my place where I'm staying now, and I'm confined in that place. Suppose I'm running a clinic and I'm a doctor, I want to earn 1 million. Then either I must work 24/7 in the clinic to see the number of patients because my per patient will be so much of amount. And then I must bring in that number of patients to make the 1 million, guys. Now, what if I create many clinics? Today we can see group of clinics in Malaysia. So I create many clinics. I give my full-hearted in one clinic. Then I give my ideas to other clinics. They give full-hearted to each clinic. That means instead of one Dr. MAHA clinic, there are 10 Dr. MAHA clinics now. So each clinic is running for its own. But what they do, because I initiated the idea, so every clinic sends me some income. So my hard work brings me my 100% income. Their hard work brings their 100% income regularly for them. But from every 100 income, I'm getting, say, 1%. I'm also getting equivalent to the 100 income. If there is 10% of that income comes to me, then they bring in 10 people, they also get like that, and I'm also getting like that. This is what we call cloning of your effort, guys. I cannot clone myself, but I can clone my effort. I can double up my effort. So that is what system is all about. Network marketing is a system. If you really want to understand, if you have not done this business before, if you have not earned your 100,000 minimum in the business before, if you have not earned big income in this business before, you have never understood this business before. It doesn't matter how many companies you have joined. This morning I was with a leader. I had a breakfast. I went for my jogging exercise. After that, I had a breakfast with a leader, and I finished just before coming here. I finished the breakfast and came with him. That means late breakfast, late lunch, and we had a chat. Then I'm just coming in here after that, and then I told him, he was talking about policies, insurance policies. When I go to some people's house, they say, I got so many insurance policies. Then I said, sir, it's not the number of policies that decides upon your death. It's the volume that you have in the amount of policies. You can say, I can 7 policies, but the moment you die, you need 1 million. But the 7 policies only give you 70,000. then you are underinsured, then your family is deprived. The same thing here. Many people say, I have done in 25 companies. I have done 20 years in this insurance, but in the entire thing, how much of volume have you made? If you have not made anything, that means you gain nothing from all the companies, guys. You are just jumping from company to company without gaining anything. But if you sit in one company for that 25 years and learn about the company thoroughly, and then you hit one, you got a breakthrough and you made your money there, then you have made something there, guys. And that's what happened to me yesterday, because I wanted to invite my mentor, who is still in that same company I started. He's 37 years in the same company. And the highest ranking there is Crown Ambassador in that particular company. So I attained that, what I dreamt of in that company, I attained through this company. And then I called him to thank him, because he is the one who, whatever I'm sharing with you, is all his ideas, guys. And I followed 100%. I don't question him. When we were growing with him, we never questioned him. What he said is a gospel truth, and we took the truth and we worked on the truth. We worked organically. We don't do anything hanky-panky, no manipulation, only stipulation. Now, when I called him and I told him, I want to meet you, sir, then I asked him very, very softly, can I know what's your age, sir, now? Because at that time, I don't even know your age. You don't even ask, I don't even tell and all that. He said, I'm 73. So I'm going to be 60, and I'm 59. She's 73. And yesterday, something beautiful happened to me. You see, age is but numbers, guys, and how involved these people are, even after 37 years in the same company. And he has got business all around the world now. And then he said, I'm going to go into Zoom now shortly. My leaders are waiting for me in Philippines. I can talk to you for a while. Can I talk to you? I say, sir, can, sir. Then immediately he tapped that messenger and he was talking to me. First time I knew that you can tap messenger, now you can talk. Maybe a new features in messenger. You don't have to dial anything. You don't have to call anybody. Then he was talking to me as though he's right in front of me. I said, oh, I learned something new from you. 73-year-old man using the social media, and I'm 59, I'm learning from him. Guys, social media is just a means for you to get connected to people. Once you know how to connect to people, social media becomes very easy for you. Once you don't know how to connect with people, however great social media is, you will never succeed in the business, guys. And at 73, he's still doing the basic thing that he did when he was beginning in the business, guys, fundamentals. Many people come to a certain level in the business, they want to do the basic thing, and then they get stranded there. Always, at any time, we must do the fundamentals. When I wanted to start back this game plan, I told myself I'm going to bring in new breed of leaders, 10 leaders, minimum new leaders who have done something somewhere but not seen a breakthrough yet. And I set my mind, I set my 90-day game plan. I aim for 10, I already got one, I'm now 9 more to come. And that's how I set my 90 days game plan, guys. I set my game plan now to bring in serious players of the training side. That means people who are like me, trainers, and networkers who have not got their breakthrough in life. And why I want to bring in trainers? Because before Super Life, I was doing 100% training for 7 years. And during this pandemic, trainers are hit very hard. So I have them in mind. So I tell them now I don't charge people for training at all. I'm giving free training and I'm enjoying it. Why? My system is generating the income from me. So I said, how nice when you enjoy giving people what you want to give without charging them. And when you don't charge them, whether they sit in the class or don't sit in the class, whether listen to you or don't listen to you, you don't even feel bad about it. Whether there are 1 people, 6 people, you give them the best. How nice the feeling. I already worked now for about five such top lead and trainers that I know. If one of them strike. So you see, guys, when I start my 90-day game plan, I'm very clear with what I want. When I started with Super Life company, I was very clear with what I want. So if you start this game plan, if you're not clear with what you want, however great the gadgets you have, however great the social media I have, that will not help you, guys. Social media is just social media. It's just a media to get the society to you. But the clarity is inside you. Clarity is power. Okay, so what I want you all to do now, take 5 minutes, write down this. Okay, I am so happy and excited. Can somebody help me to write on that? Prakash, you are here, our learning club president. Okay, Mr. Prakash. Okay, Yana is already writing. Okay, at least somebody write. I'm so happy and excited. All right, that I am. That I am. Okay, Yana, I can write this. I am so happy and excited that I am. Okay, that I am. Okay, then after that, you can fill in the blank. Okay, you see, the most important thing is you must have the word I'm so happy and excited that I am. It must be in present tense. You must already feeling that you're already having it. It's not that I'm going to attend, I'm going to attain, I'm going to get. No. I'm so happy, I am so happy and excited that I am. Okay, I am a crown diamond in Super Life. A crown diamond in Super Life by 31st December 2021. I'm so happy and excited that I'm a crown diamond in Super Life by 31st December 2021. Guys, any one of you, even if you are joining the business today, you are not even started today assuming, and you put in the super package payment and you start today, you can even do your 90 days game plan for crown diamond, guys. At the time I started, it was quite possible to do because the mind doesn't have a self to show pictures of people already succeeding in Super Life. We didn't have a picture. So we created so many pictures first for that to happen. So that's why we did a lot of massive action to create pictures. And network marketing business, when it becomes a complete picture for people to see, is when a lot of income testimonies, a lot of product testimonies. And when that testimony is going around, now it's viraling everywhere, then the confidence in people will come. What makes you success is not the hard work, guys. I repeat that. A lot of you are working very, very hard, but you don't have confidence. Some of them got no hard work, but they just come and they do it. Because hard work alone doesn't mean that it'll give you income. Doesn't mean that it'll give you big income. It'll give you income, but there's no assurance of big income. Big income comes from confidence. Can you write this word down? Confidence. C-O-N-F-I-D-E-N-C-E. Confidence. Can you write these two words down for me, please? Okay. Prakash or somebody please write down. As I'm talking, you all must write down fast. Okay. Those days we used to have a guy to write down on the board for us. I'm talking, they must write. We bring in speakers to come and speak. How do we bring in assistants all? Bring the guy to come and overcome his fear by writing down whatever he said on the board. So every time he comes, it comes. After that, we give him a chance to do emceeing. After that, he come and be the speaker. That's how we all started. Okay. So the word confidence. And then next word you write decide. Can you write the word decide? Now I want all of you, the 63 of you, to tell me there is one word that is one word or letter. Sorry, two letters are familiar in these two words: decide and confidence. Can you all tell me what are the letters? A common letter in decide, a common letter in confidence. Can you all tell me what's the word? What's the letter? Sorry, letter, not word. Alphabet. Okay, somebody said I. There's one more. Okay, I-D-E. All right. Okay, good. Keep it that way, guys. I-E-D means I. I is in Latin for soul. In soul, they call it your soul as I. Identity. Identity, the word identity card, everything comes from that word I, E-I-D, ID, or it or I. Okay? It's a Latin word which means your soul. That means your confidence will come. Your confidence will come when you do your decision from your soul. Your confidence will come when you make your decision from your soul. That's where your confidence will come, guys. And then the word idea, A-I-D-A. And then can you please add the word A, idea. That decision you make, that confidence you will get. The Almighty, whatever you call as Almighty or universe, will keep on sending you ideas for your energy, guys. Idea is nothing but the energy from the universe. The moment you have idea that you want to do something seriously, and then you're very crystal clear on what you want, you make a decision from your soul. Your soul is the one that picks up the vibration. The CPU for you, the central processing unit in your system is your soul, guys. There's no such thing as mind. Whatever is called your mind is based on your past conditioning. You must sit down here in this room. People say, leave your mind outside. Every temples you go, every mosque you go, especially the Eastern culture, they will leave the silver outside. Any Eastern house, they will still leave the silvers outside. What is the significance, guys? There is a significance of leaving the silvers outside. The silver represents all your walks of life, your walk of life. You have taken the silvers or the shoes and you walk through life so many years or so many months, and then that whatever you walked on life has become your conditioning. And then they say leave your silver outside and just come in yourself. So when you leave your silver outside means leave your mind outside of the temple, outside of the mosque or outside of the church. Leave your mind outside. Just bring in your soul inside together with your body. What is the difference between you and other person successful is their mind, guys. This is just their mind. Their mind is set very well to get what they want. Your mind is not set very well. Your mind has got a lot of past failures, past fear, past everything. I said in my talk today that main thing is why people don't fail in Super Life. Nobody will fail in Super Life, guys. There's no one who come and tell me I failed in Super Life. Either you do or you don't do. Because you put in the 65 USD, you get package of products. There's no such thing as failure there. If you put in the 100 USD or 115 USD or whatever amount you're paying in a particular country, you are getting 2 boxes of products. If you're putting in the star package, supreme package, super package also, you're getting back. And then the moment you introduce 2 people, you got back, you're singing. Where are you going to fail? And that is the biggest danger in Super Life, guys. What it will create a lot of average people, below average people. Why? People will come and sit down and then they'll be very comfortable. They come and go every meeting, they will come and people, you know, they come and to become a crowd in the team. They become a crowd for another crowd. They become a crowd for another crowd to create, but they don't become a crowd themselves. Why? Because they are followers, they are not leaders. Leaders come from with the soul. They don't come with the mind. If I had a lot of things that thing when I started with Super Life, I wouldn't have started Super Life. Because my mind is bombarded with so much of information. Then I say, I'm the greatest one, I'm this, I'm that. Then anything the founder want to tell me, anything Mohan want to tell me, I won't listen. And I will go and fight the company. I'm a leader, you know, I'm this, you know, I'm that, you know, you should give me all this kind of treatment. But I tell you, universe will never lean itself to help you if you don't lean yourself, you ban yourself to help people. I repeat, if you don't ban yourself to raise another person up, the universe will never ban to help you guys. Even coconut tree will ban itself to help people. And that's how universe works. You have to, the word blessing means be less of your ego, be less of your mind. So now, if you really want to succeed in this business now, just leave your past. Can you all write this word now? Fail, F-A-I-L. This morning I was having my bath. The word fail came to my mind. Okay, a person only fails when he accepts fear. Accepted. Okay, I lose. Fear accepted, I lose. That's what fear means. Fear accepted, I lose. That means I fear I won't succeed in the business. First, I came and gave the package. Oh, it is a super package. There, this is my money. Then I'm very confident. Then I see 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. They say, oh, this business. They throw cold waters on me. Then I started having fear. There, where there is fear, there can never be love. Where there is love, there should not be fear, guys. I repeat, where there is fear, there can never be love. Where there is love, there will never be fear. When you love something, why should you fear? Because you come to a room that is total darkness, you have a lot of fear. Whether there's a ghost or fear, something like that. Too much of watching Stephen King, too much of watching all the ghost movies, all the latest movies, even Tamil movies, all scary movies now. Then you go to any dark room, you're going to have the fear. I was raised in a estate. I was raised in a very plantation. After 6 p.m., there's no electricity in my place. Because even before 6 p.m., there's no electricity. I grew up, there's no electricity. So at 6 p.m., we have to light up the lamp. Only then light will come. But if for any reason, if my mother at that time, 7 p.m., my mother will say, I forgot something to buy in from the shop. The shop will be just below my house. My house is on the top of the hill, shop will be below. And that's the time at 7 p.m. 6 p.m. will be pitch dark. 7 p.m. my mother will say, can you please go and buy something from down there? Guess what will happen to me? Because fear will come in, because it's total darkness. But in that darkness, I only knew one solace I can get from one name. My parents told me that that's my creator, that's my God. So I remember that name. So I chant that name. I constantly chant the name. I run to the shop without even worrying what's darkness, what is that. I don't even know how I ran to get the thing. I buy the thing and immediately I run back. I don't see left, I don't see right. That's how powerful your soul is, guys. When you have confidence like that, and you have absolute faith in your whatever your parents told you, and have that faith, and that faith is passed down to us. And that faith is what we say, firmly accepted in the heart. Firmly accepted in the heart. Many people come to Superlife coming from other companies, other this thing. They have a lot of mixed feelings of network marketing itself. If they have mixed feelings, how can they give right feelings to people who come and join them? If you yourself didn't make your crystal clear about how good this industry is, even though you come and join Superlife company, you go and join another company, you're going to give the same mixed feeling, guys. But if you firmly accept in the heart, there's no other industry in the world rather than network marketing industry, then every company you go, you will succeed, guys. I'll never go into a company that I cannot go to the top. I'll only work in a company that I know I can go to the top. Anything for the matter, I'll never touch it if I cannot be the best in what I'm doing. I was in income tax, I was the best in what I'm doing. In insurance, the best I'm doing. I will never do something that I'm not good in that. That it comes from our soul level, guys. And that any one of us can do that. So firmly accept in that this is the best industry ever. Now, I am asking the 60 of you, how many of you feel that is the best industry? Scale of 1 to 10. What is your rating? And that must come from your heart, guys. Don't give it because your leader is here. Don't give it because your wife is here. Don't give it anybody, from your heart. And that is very, very important. Don't give it because I'm asking. If you say, I only two, tell it true. Tell the truth as it is. Many people get cancer. Why the cancer is not cured, guys? Not because the products are, not because the doctors are not good, not they're good, because they have not accepted cancer. Many people fight. They say, I don't have cancer. They fight. Even doctors give them the report. But the moment they accept, then the sickness is 3/4 cured, guys. The situation you are now, if you are in problem, if you are in financial problems, if your finance is zero, whatever situation you are now, if you accept the situation, then the creator can give you the solution for the situation. But if you're fighting the situation, solution can never come, guys. Okay, so I'm with the right people, the right team, 60 of you, and I'm so happy with that you all gave. So number one, you have to accept that it's the best industry. Superlife is running on that track, guys, on that track. If you don't accept network marketing the best industry, no matter how many 90 days I give you, you're going to fail in the business. Very, very important. So when I came as a consultant for network marketing companies, guys. I came as a trainer for network marketing companies. That means that's how much of faith I have in the network marketing industry. I was a consultant for insurance because I was a group sales manager there. I saw my money there. So these days I realized those people for after 2011, they don't want theory teachers. They don't want trainers. Today's young people for born after 2000 or 1997, they don't want people who can train them to do something in the future. They don't want trainers. What do they want? They want practitioners. That means they want to go to YouTube. They go and look for if they want to go into music, they go and look for a guy who has already mastered music. They learn from that guy. They want to do anything, they go to YouTube now, because YouTube, those guys who have mastered something, they're going to share that. They don't like to come and you train something today to go in tomorrow. No. That means if I had done 100,000, only then they'll listen to me. And that's what I realized when I came back to this training system 2011. And every night before I go for my training, I will prepare myself every night. My wife will ask me, you know your stuff so well, why do you train? I say the people I trained before are different, the people I'm training now are different. As I'm talking in front, you'll be Googling to say whether this guy is telling the truth or not. So I have to update myself, what's happening in the current thing. So that's how brilliant, intelligent young people are, guys. And every company I go, there are a lot of young people, there are a lot of ladies, and ladies, they work by intuition. They don't work by instinct, intuition, like whether the guy in front is giving the right vibration or right talk. So this is what I'm seeing the society now, guys. Young people, they know who they are, they know what they want. They just want to go to the right person who can give them what they want. And if you give them the wrong way, they will lose their trust, they will go somewhere else. So very, very important, guys. Do you know what you want? Do you know where you're going? If you don't know where you're going, you don't know what you want, don't bring in the two people. You'll never attract the two people in the first place. Even if you get there by luck or something like that, both of you will be sitting, three of you will be sitting together after 6 months, after 1 year, then you'll be crying like the old Tamil song. Why were you born, son? Where were you born? When I myself don't know the reason why I was born. Like a mother and father got a child, they don't know why they got a child. And then because they don't know why they are born in this world. If we don't know why we are born, how can we create another person and say, you're born for this, you're born for that? So like same thing in network marketing industry, guys. Okay, so very important, be very clear that is the best industry, be very clear what you want from the industry, and then be very clear what are the things you need to do to get what you want. Every industry in the world, from legal, from insurance, from accountancy, everything has got a SOP, standard operation practice. Network marketing is no different, guys. It's not something you come and you're going to be overnight, no. Is very, 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 very important. Very important. What is the standard operation this thing here? First, you have to be very crystal clear, and then you can take your own time to do what you need to do in network marketing industry. There's no hard and fast rule. There's no hard and fast rule. You can come in here and join us, and you can take your own slow, sweet time. You see there are 3 categories of people who join us now. I have 50,000 members worldwide now. But not all the 50,000 members are actively doing the business. Not all the members have decided to come and do the business also. Then what are they doing in the 50,000 members? And network marketing industry, they are divided in 3 categories, guys, 3 different categories. The members that you have, number 1, 97% of them are consumers. So Superlife has created a repurchase mall for them. You don't have to sell them as a consumers. In Superlife, we don't sell them anything physically. We sell them idea. So if someone comes to me now and tells me, I heard about Superlife, the products are fantastic. How much is the product for me? I will say the cost price. Suppose the price is 115 member price, I'll say it's 130. I'm just giving an idea. Don't take me my pricing as the right pricing. I'm just giving an idea. So I'll say it's 130 USD if I'm giving them. So you have a choice now. Every month you buy for 2 packets 130, and every month you can buy it. Now, what if I give you a discount? Instead of buying 130 from me, you can buy it at 115. So you're making 15 USD, and that 15 USD is a discount the company is giving you because you have decided to become a member. How do you like that? Every human being wants a discount, guys. So I'll say, this is my cost price, this is my member price. So I say, I'd rather be a member. You know what? Next month, when you come for me next second month, you don't even have to call me because you're linked with the company now. There's a back office there. You use your ID and a password. What you want to buy, you buy from the company. You like the product, you buy. You don't like the product, no problem. I won't even call you to check on you because you want to use the product. Second month, you get further discount. So wow, that's nice, yes. But what will happen is they will become as a consumer. And today, 78% of world business moves because of good consumers, guys. So you bring them as a customer, then they will start using the product. Without you servicing them, they become consumer for you. And then they will tell the uncle, they will tell the auntie. Suddenly they go to one house after 1 week of using the product. Then somebody will ask, how come your face is glowing today? Yes, sir, glowing. Yeah, it's glowing. No? You are not like that. How come you look so much younger? It must be that product. I'm taking the product. What product is that? So they will be your salesmen, guys. They will be your best salesman ever. You don't have to do that. You see, very, very important. Our base is very important. Consumer is a very good base, but you don't go and look for consumer. Let your consumer to go and look for consumer. So you bring in active consumers, guys. Today we are in the era of active consumers. We are not in the era of passive consumers. My time 37 years ago, that was a passive consumer. They got no connection with the company. They cannot sit down in the house, can order their product and get the product in their house. They didn't have that facilities those days. So since the company doesn't have an agent and they cannot connect to the public, they need me an agent. And then they gave me, if you bring me 1,000 SP every month, I give you your production. So they put a condition for me. So I have to sell the product. I have to build the business. 2 different work I have to do, guys. Then I have to learn all about a product. Today, why I'm good at my product, what I'm doing, because I had to learn all about a product. Because I'm selling. If I'm not selling, why should I learn about a product? I just want to know the benefits. So I need to learn what is how this works, that works, every works. I sit down and do a lot of work, guys. Now I don't have to do that. You understand? So when somebody comes and approaches you, or you approach someone, if they say they're going to be a consumer, don't feel sad. Be a consumer, but be a member consumer. Be an active member consumer. Just share and then just come. Now, the second category of people will be what we call as retailers. And today, retailer market is a very good market, guys. Who are the retailer market for us? Who are the retailer market for us? Medical doctors, alternative doctors, doctors would, in Chinese, we call them sinseis. They have traditional medical medicine. Then in Indian medicine, they have Ayurveda, Siddha. Then the village doctors, even African medicine. Every country has got traditional medicine, guys. And they got their database. One of our leader here is a Triple Crown Diamond, Dr. Raj Mohan. Most of his clients come from that database, guys. 50% of all my sales in India comes from that kind of database. And I can quote about 10 to 15 doctors that I know in India who are using the database and taking care and giving our products. One of the hospitals in India called Daisy Hospitals, where they practice traditional Indian medicine, they use our STC30 also. So what I'm trying to say is 50% of their people, 50% of my sales in India comes from those people. They are retailers. That means they got a client base, and I don't have to go and create a client base. They already got a client base. Now they already got a client who already established with them. What is a client? What's a customer? If I go and sell, I got a customer. Then after you buy second time, and he becomes a client. But they got ready-made clients who trust them. I got people from Singapore buying from based on advice given by a doctor in India, because that's a client. So a client will only go back to a person they're comfortable. So you see, client-based doctors are a lot now everywhere in the world. So I always tell people, instead of you selling the product and talking about all the sickness and all that, why not? Why not you sponsor a doctor and let a doctor do the talking and you supply to the doctor? Or doctor don't even have to call you. Your doctor will come to the company directly. So the same thing you tell the doctor, you can buy at a member price or get by consumer price, buy a member price, you can make margin now. Your client buys at that price, you can make a margin now. Now, second month doctor, you can buy at this price. Don't talk about him about business and all that. But once he start moving, he starts seeing money, then bring him to the next category, guys. The third category is the user category, the builder category, builder. So we have users, we have retailers, we have then we have the builders. The builders category is what you and I are. And this system wants you to attract two builders on the left and the right. If you have a consumer, at every month he is going to consume the product, then your business growth will be very slow. You have a retailer, then your business will be very slow. But a builder, he wants to make money every month, he wants to get, and you will go aggressively and bring the business for you. I will spend 80% of my time on 20% of people for building the business. I may have 1,000 people, I may have 50,000 people, but I identify for people who are building the business, and 3/4 of my time I spend with them. So 80% of your time, you must spend 20% of people for building the business. Other times you can service the other people. And today, most of the service is done by the system, not you and me. So if you understand this clarity, then you will know how to enter this business, guys. Very important. So how many of you are now here in this business, sitting down listening to me? You think your client now, your member base, okay? If your member base say got 100 people, how many of you feel that you have now many consumer base? That means they are all are consumer users. Okay, users, how many of that? Out of 10, can you give me, say, maybe my out of 10, maybe my 5 people are consumers. Maybe 5 only are retailers. Maybe 1 is doing that. You see, you should know your client. Every time my wife and I, I repeat, we check our tree every day. Where even from now, from the time it was a very small tree, today has gone to a huge world tree. And every time a super is coming, both on a heavy link or what, we will track down where the super is coming from. Not because of the income we are making. Who is the active guy working down there? And when I find an active guy like that, I go down there to help him, to support him. Because guys who are working, they need our support. Guys who are sitting down lazily at home watching television, don't even come for meeting, then why we waste our time on that? Please come for meeting, please come for meeting. That's not your job and my job, guys. And I don't even bother who comes, who goes. My job is who comes here, I give them 100%. So if you're very clear on that, then you know my job in this business is to bring in the business builders. So if you're sitting in this room as a business builder, your immediate goal is to, like what Eric Warren said, get your inner circle. Get your inner circle of people. And that inner circle, I call it the core group. That's why you have dominator core group. When I started the system here, I created a dominator core group first. And that duplication must be done by everybody. You could be Betty core group. You could be Niklin core group. You could be Prakash core group. What you name you give, I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried that too many names or this. I'm not worried about that because this is your business. You're independent business owner. You're not a business owner for Dominator. You're not a business owner for Superlife. You're not a business owner for anyone. You're a business owner for yourself. And that's what you came here for, to become an independent business owner, not taking orders from anybody. And if you have that kind of attitude, then you have to be your own CEO. That's why I like the book, You Incorporation. So you have to come with that mindset, guys. Then only you'll take this business very seriously. If you had put 1 million into this business, how would you see this business? Now you know you're going to make 1 million income, but if you start like that, not as a millionaire, how are you going to start? So how serious you see the business, that how serious the universe will support you guys. So visualize that you already put 1 million in the business, and this is your business. Anything above you, I repeat, anything above you is NOMB. Can you write this down? Anything above you is NOMB. None of my business. How my guy above me does is none of my business. What is below me is my own business. MYOB. Mind my own business. So you have to set what you want in life. The people below you are the most important people for you. Okay, so Sudhakar is NOMB, yeah, none of my business. It's like bomb. You keep on looking at that, up there, down there is going to be a bomb for you. It's like NOMB. But if you want to really grow in this business, MYOB, my own business. Okay, mind my own business. Now, you as a business builder, when you come for a session like this, if you're new, if you are coming alone, fantastic. After 30 days, if you are coming still alone, it's not fantastic. Because Superlife is totally different from other companies, guys. Superlife is speed is the new currency of business. Now I'm coming to Superlife. All this while I'm talking about network marketing. I'm talking about the power of the system in network marketing. What category of people you can attract in network marketing. Now I'm coming to Superlife itself. Why Superlife is such a powerful system that God has created for us. How do I see personally Superlife? Even yesterday when Mr. Ken was speaking, someone told me from India, just now I was speaking to a leader from India. Mr. Ken was speaking like it was so emotional, so distinct. I said, yes, I felt that. Because he's speaking from this heart. And I really, every time I see him, I said, if that man has not come up with a Superlife idea, today all of us would have been suffering because of the pandemic. Somehow or other, he was receptive to an idea that was crowding on the sky, or crowding in the air as a breath. He was receptive enough, and that idea went to him, to the right person. And he saw it the right way. And he attracted 3 people to see it the right way. And then he attracted the leaders to see the right way, MAHA, Nasuha, and all those people who saw it the right way. And because all of them saw it the right way, then they attracted people like me, there's a next level, next layer, to see the right way. When you see the right way, you will attract people who will see the right way, guys. Not people, souls. Souls. Superlife attracted souls, guys. And the 3 of them, why every time I talk, some people say, why is he talking a lot about the company owners? People don't understand. We are not talking about personalities here. We are talking about the souls. Today, the era is all about soul-based, guys. We already come from body-based life from last 120, 200 years, 300 years, 400 years, 500 years. All our parents lived their life body-based. Then they sent us to college and universities. Then we worked a lot on mind-based. Too much of mind-based brought us to this pandemic now. I am different, you are different. I am greater than you are greater than me. I, me, and myself. Too much of mind-based. We have to go back to soul-based, guys, where everybody is important. Collaboration of souls for celebration of life. No branding. You stick with your brand. However great your brand is, that's your brand. Whether your brand is Gucci, whether your brand is Levi's, or whether your brand is, that's your brand. So this brand I'm talking about, the brand your soul belongs to now. Don't impose your brand to other people. Never impose your brand to other people. So that brand belongs to you. You are religiously following that, follow that. Do not expect other people to follow your brand. If you don't stuck with brand, you can be grand in life, guys. If you don't stuck with brand, you can be grand in life. Keep that brand personalized for you. When I wear a t-shirt which is branded, that feeling I get is mine. I don't wear to show off, I'm wearing that. Many people today are wearing to show off people they are wearing. Same thing goes to everything. Today, from religion, from all the education, it become a fashion. I just want to show I have this, but they are not deep in depth to understand the feelings of the brand. So the pandemic is making us a realization now. Many people are in network marketing business. They say, I belong to that company. I can quote every company because I don't belong to any company. I belong to the essence of network marketing. I can quote Amway, I can quote Forever Living, I can quote For Life, I can quote Malaysian companies, scaling, so many companies. And I still can be 100% in Super Life because I belong to the essence of network marketing industry. Today, one company calls me to come and speak, I'll go and speak. I won't have fear and they shouldn't have any fear on me. In fact, I'm visualizing one of these days, I'm going to do like Eric Warre, call all the leaders I know to have a session together with them, like my beginning with my mentor from Amway. Why should I fear them? In insurance, we didn't fear, guys. I call from a company, another company, guys, can you please come and help my leaders? Every time they listen to me, why not you come and talk? We got AIA company, we got this company. Every month we exchange to go and talk to each other's team. Doesn't belong. We don't get stuck with brand. Even in Amway, we don't get stuck in brand, guys. There was no dominated team, this team, that team, all. We go and share with everybody. Guys, that is what we call network marketing business, soul-based business. It doesn't care who you are. It doesn't care your title, doesn't care your position. Anyone in front of you belong to supply, please help them. And when you help them, look what Abiola did. I don't know whether Abiola is in this room here, and he doesn't have to be in this room. I must mention about this man. He's a double crown diamond. You see, the givers are natural receivers. Abiola did something for me and our teams, and I really salute him. In terms of monetary, there's no, because you know, team A, team B, Abiola belongs to my team A, then this guy belongs to my team B. And Abiola went over to support that person for almost for 1 week, one month now. And because of his support, because if I want to go there, that's my direct team in Nigeria. If I want to do that, I have to wake up over 3 a.m. So I say, Abiola, can you please help me? Maybe I can wake up 1 day, 2 days, but I can't be waking up committed every time. I will go to sleep. He said, sir, no problem, sir. I think your timing and my timing, they are good. I will do that, sir. What happened was the 3 weeks that he spent with them, or 4 weeks he spent with them, or 1 month he spent with them. Today, all of them are gated on another level, and everybody now is talking about international business. They suddenly, from that state, they already got business in what do you call it, Dubai, in South Africa, and all that because of one effort that gentleman took. And there's no monetary gain from that, guys. And I really salute Abiola. When he sent me this morning, I got up. I saw he already hit his double crown diamond. I'm not surprised. But network marketing industry values people who are givers. If you give more, you receive more. And when you are giving, don't worry who is receiving it. Even your prospect that's in front of you, you give your 100%, guys. If he doesn't sign up with you, and if he don't even show one slightest of anger or disappointment, don't ever do that. Say, thank you very much. Maybe now it's not a time for you. When you're ready, let me know. After 3 months, if you see him in another group now, then signing up there and joining in that, then you tell yourself, he joined the other group because I was not good in presenting to him. I have to improve myself. Don't curse him. Because the effort you put on him, somebody will walk into you and then they'll sign up with you. I have seen this happening many, many times. Every effort you put, can you all write this down? The selling that you are doing governed by a law, guys. You are first selling an idea to the gentleman, idea. The selling that you are doing them is governed by law of compensation, law of gender. Law of compensation means you do this, you'll get this. You're definitely you'll get. You may not get directly from the person you're doing, but you might get it from somebody else, somewhere else. And that you might get it very easily. And that's not luck, guys, because your effort here is being recognized somewhere else. So do not worry that you have to plant a tree where you're planting the seed. The tree can come anywhere else. And that's called law of compensation. Okay. So all these are very important. You're selling an idea. Superlife is that idea. You're not selling accessory product. Many people are not growing in this business. They say, I'm selling a lot of accessory. I talk about accessory. Why I'm not making the money? Because you're selling the product. Bread is the most valuable thing in the world. People need bread to eat. But a guy who sells bread, selling the bread, doesn't make the money. But a guy who manufactures the bread and distributes the bread to the guys who sell, that guy drives a Mercedes-Benz, guys. That drives a degree. So if you're selling something physically, you make the list. You have to be a distributor of the product. Manufactured by your own company, Superlife. Company belongs to you. I repeat that. And you bought the partnership from Superlife company. You didn't buy an agency, you bought a partnership. And Superlife company said, every $1 you create as our partner, I will give you back 70 cents. 30 cents we keep to manage the company. You don't interfere in our board of directors meeting. You don't come and then we make sure the company is always there for you. Your job is give us sales, give us business so that we can keep the company going for you. So for me, very important is every dollar I make is I create, I make sure that the company is also safe. Company is also taken care. As long as the company is there, then my income will be generating. I will never do anything that can deprive the company, guys. The company terminated almost 100 or 150 or bigger because people manipulated the system and trying to make the most what the company make, they were making it. And such companies will collapse, guys. Superlife is going a long term. Even yesterday I was talking to the founders. They are going very long term. And now the company is actually cash rich. You don't have to worry about Superlife company. You just have to focus and bring in the quality people now who are serious with their life and want to do something with their life. So every dollar you create, 70 cents belongs to you, 30 cents belongs to them. It's your company. If you come with that mentality, then you will never complain your company. Never curse the purse, guys. Never curse the purse. If you want a purse to be very good for you, you nurse the purse. I give you an example. Those days I used to keep my wallet or my purse behind my back. Those days the pocket was at the back. Then I read a book called Al-Quran, Bringing Out the Magic in You. And that book, the author's name is Al-Quran. It's not Quran as in Islam. His name is Al-Quran. Okay, he's an author, and he told in that book, if you want money to come to you, shift your wallet to the front. Don't put it in the way you're going to sit on your ass. That means you're not valuing your money. So don't curse the purse, guys. Keep the purse in the right place. And Bob Proctor always tells us, keep some money in the right position so that you attract money. You see, all these are psychological, metaphysics level for us to work, let law of attraction work for us. Many of you want slightest problem of company's product not coming to you. Company's product not reaching in the pandemic time is pandemic time, guys. You start cursing the guy, you start cursing that. You must understand this is a pioneering company, not even 5 years. And you compare with Amway, you compare with other companies. Those are all giant 75-year-old company, guys. You want pioneering status in any country you go, you have to withstand the pioneering challenges. There are two kinds of challenges in network marketing business. One, we call it pioneering challenges. The other one is called established challenges. If you don't want the pioneering challenges, don't join, please join the companies who are already established. In that companies, the companies are already saturated. Company is good, everything is good, product is solid, but your market share is very limited. So you have to fight with a market share that's saturated. Here the companies becoming good, products are becoming good, products are already all gone out, and the company is establishing itself. None of them were businessmen before. As I was, Mr. Ken is a very property-based man, and is cashes, and you're backed up by this thing. And then every one of them, the best there is, we have a very good MBA financial advisor who has been advising for all the companies. And they are now improvising everything powerfully very well. And I'm so happy with that. So I know that God, the creator above that, has given us the right company with the right people to manage that. We just have to manage ourselves and our time properly, guys. And everything is energy. The word system means save yourself time, energy, and money. So you see, STC30 is an energy given by the creator through the plants. If you go to the Sensei, if you go to the medical this thing, all that, that takes time for you to heal yourself. Healing takes time, guys. Curing a sickness may be fast. You can put allopathy and cure that. Healing takes time. Healing means you heal according to what Mother Nature wants you to heal your system. And in Ayurveda and Siddha, it takes about, even in Chinese medicine, it takes about anything to 6 months to 1 year, even longer. And while you're going through that healing, is a very painful process. You know, the lady, just now this lady who called me from hospital when she was having this pandemic during the, just a couple of days ago, and she couldn't breathe. Even now, she's been trying to call me now. I just said, I'll call you later. That lady called me on that day. She said she cannot breathe and she's vomiting and vomiting. I said, your body is helping you now. Just go with that. Don't fight with it. STC30 is a product will help you to tune yourself back properly, guys. So that is the first system Superlife is giving you. My health is my wealth. Superlife is all about speed is the new currency of business. Speed is the new currency of business. What is the currency? Currency means not money, you know. Money is money. What you get physically in your hand is money. But what is the energy that's moving around the world is called currency. That means the currency is moving from one bank to the other bank is called currency. It comes to you physical form. When you convert your economic value to other people, it becomes as a money. So speed is the new currency of business. That means whatever you do in speed. So that speed begins with our product. They say, I can take this company product, I can take the company product. Fantastic, sir. Every company creates fantastic product. I'm not saying Superlife is the only company. If somebody comes and compares about a company, I never like to compare with company. And they say this company product, I say fantastic product. I will tell them about a company. You know why? I always want to know about my competitors. So I read about, whenever I'm free, I read about MAHA products, I read about this product, what are the latest products they have. So when people throw me, I say, fantastic, sir. I know about that company product. Then transfer factor, powerful product, beat on cholesterol. If you want that, please, sir, you get that. I'm just telling you how our product works. So I don't even argue with him or fight with him. I got no time to do that. STC30 is a complete food for yourselves. It saves you time, energy, and money. You can take an apple a day. It will keep you. They say doctors away. We don't want doctors to go away. We want our sickness not to come to us. So trillions of cells, trillions of apples are in this small sachet, sir. And what I do normally when I was building my team, I every time carry a box of that in my bag. Many people are so scared to give that as a sample. Why the company gave you the 20 boxes is one need to consume, the other one you can use a sample. And immediately I will cut first and I put it under the tongue before I even present anything. Why? Because I want them to feel the product. They can feel the box, they can feel that, that's all. It's like selling, it's trying to catch a rat using a picture of a cheese. A picture of cheese will never attract the guys. So here I'm not asking to see them as a rat, but I'm saying a picture is a picture. You make them feel the product, everything product, and take the product inside. Then they say, yeah, it tastes very good. It tastes feels nice. And as they are talking to you, I've seen many, many times. Sometimes they will yawn a lot. Then I say, your body is now actually reacting with you. You lack sleep, right? You never sleep properly. You are abusing your sleep many times. You're very right. So your body wants you to sleep. You better go and find time to sleep. Sometimes they will yawn a lot. Sometimes they will sneeze a lot. So every time I will find out, you see, I studied the product, I learned the product, I'm using the products, I know what immediate correction they will have. And I can see some kind of this thing will come from that. So they know the value of the product. Above 40, 30, 40, all, you don't have to worry. Immediately they know the product's value, guys. So you see, the first speed comes in the product itself. So a person who buys a system, you'll know the value of what he is buying instantaneously. That's the first speed. Second speed. Now we are moving to the business part. How do I'm going to gain the save yourself time, energy, my Superlife? You see, when you come in the package, system is not forcing you to have a lifetime membership. The moment you buy 65 USD, or you buy the what do you call it? I don't want to name in terms of pricing. I call it according to the package. If you come in the starter package, you come in the star package, you come in the Supreme Plus package or super package. Any package you choose, you're automatically member with Superlife. You don't have to renew everything. So that is fantastic. And then another thing is you're getting an account that you can go to international market instantaneously. Many companies, if I want to go to international market, I must go to that country, get the person in that country to sponsor me. If you have been in this industry for some time, you know that. You cannot sponsor yourself directly with the company. Superlife has got one world, one vision, one world, one account. So I can sponsor anybody in the world. And that is very important point for us, guys. And then if I were to buy the highest package, and I'm buying a franchise that I can take anywhere in the world. And that word franchise is not coined by me. It's given by Jim Rohn. Jim Rohn made a statement in 1990s. There will come a time where network marketing will be selling franchise business, because franchise is going to be very expensive to normal people. There is franchise business everywhere in the world. Some local, some international. Most famous is Kentucky Fried Chicken, McDonald's and all that. But you and I cannot buy that. So I am purchasing now a franchise business. Instantaneously, I can go to global market and I can create my own franchise business everywhere in the world. What is a franchise system? The system is what I'm providing everywhere in the world. You can eat burger much cheaper than what you eat in McDonald's. You can eat chicken much better. But why they are selling a lot? Because of the system, guys, the system and the system. So SLWC global system, I won't apologize for that. I'm not selling dominator team here. I'm not selling supply company here. System moves people. You must understand that. System is what people move when they go to traffic light. If there's no system, the soul will go berserk. System is what moves people in the hospital. There's no system, people will go berserk. System is what moves people in the school. There's no system, the school will go berserk. A soul will be moved by system. And that is what SLWC global system is. It's not mine. It belongs to supply company. What is a system? SLWC number one is what I tell you immediately. We are giving you wellness care product to take care of your wellness. Secondly, we are giving you a wealth creation program. And today during this pandemic now more than ever, you can sit down in the house, you can create wealth, you can create wellness because you need to take care of both. And then thirdly, you're developing yourself to face any kind of problem that's going to come from you now. While you are sitting in the house, you are coming for all these programs now. You are, without you realizing, you're involving and evolving, guys. And that is the third SLWC. That means super life. I call it wisdom leadership, or soulful leadership, wisdom corner. Soulful leadership, wisdom corners, SLWC. And that is what, if the next pandemic comes, you'll be a leader, you'll be a master, instead of be a victim of the pandemic. If not for Super Life, I would have been a victim of the pandemic. Many of us sitting in this room would have been a victim of the pandemic. Maybe we are master in our game. I was a master in my game called training. I can coach people, I can train people, I can be a consultant anywhere. Pandemic cut us off totally from the public. We cannot go and touch the public and present to them. However much we do the training in Zoom also is very limited. But what happened is network marketing, we can do that because you're connected to business, you want to do business, you are listening to me. Many trainers are having tough times in the Zoom. Why? Because many of the people who come there are sent by employees. They got no obligation. And that's why training in time for them is very tough. For me, it's very easy. You all are connected to business. I'm just giving you all an additional value, how to improve your business. So you are, if I do this for companies, I pay them 5,000, they have to pay me 10,000, 20,000. But I'm doing it free because I want every one of our leaders to grow. So you see the difference. So if I didn't have this, I also would have been maybe 10 flags around my house. One flag for my car payment, one flag my house payment, one flag for this, one flag for that. Because my main source of income is totally gone, guys. But thank God for Super Life, I took a chance to change my life, and that is giving us the power. Now, that is what I call as leadership empowerment. And finally, is friendship. Today, if I want to come out from Super Life, I want to go do anything, there are so many friends around the world, I can do wonders. Everything begins with a good friend, guys. So today, I don't have to pick friends. I got millions of friends around the world, and thank you for Super Life for that. So you see, this is the idea you're selling people. When you are selling an idea to people like that, who should be listening to you, you or them? Who should be worrying about the company, you or them? And who should feel high about this system now, you or them? Whenever you go there, you feel very low yourself, you don't have confidence to talk to them, and you don't speak with confidence because you don't know the value you're having in your, it's priceless, guys. When I came to Supply, when they told me the package price, I paid, I didn't question package price because I know the value I'm going to go in for. And then first month I came in my own name, MAHA. I bought a 450 package, maybe at the end of May. Then I studied the whole thing. Then I upgraded. MAHA sponsored DB Rocks. Then from DB Rocks, I started the game plan. Then why? Because I started from the 11th of June, 2017, because I was complete to start the game plan. And that's when I started my system. And I told myself, I'm not going to sell the product. I'm not going to sell the business. I'm going to sell SLWC Global System. And then I sold this idea to all our leaders there, the DCG, Davinder Core Group. And we all saw this in the right ways. And then from there, we moved. Every country I went to India. The first country I went out of Malaysia to do business is India. I created 7 of them as a core group, the Chennai Rockstar Core Group. There were 7 of them. And then they meet with me every week. Every time I go there, I meet with them. And then we do the training sessions all together until Zoom came into picture. Papua New Guinea, I have my core group. In every country I go, I create the core group, guys. In Malaysia, the Nigerian leaders here, they call it the AIM. Okay, Africa and Malaysia. Same thing, when you start this business, number 1, this is your business, you must have your inner circle. Company has got an inner circle. Mr. Ken, then Harry, Paul, and Leo, they are the inner circle. Dominator has got an inner circle. Mohan, Warren, Vidya, Vimalan, they are an inner circle. Then Dr. Maha also must have an inner circle one. So Dr. Maha created his inner circle through the system now. And my inner circle are not my direct guys alone, guys. I have inner circle, whether in my depth or my side, it doesn't matter. I know who my inner circles are. And this inner circle are the ones who are going to bring in your outer circle of people. And that is why I call it circle is energy, guys. You rotate, you go higher and higher and higher. If you look at all the religious organization in the world, that's ancient times and until today, everything started with the 12 people then. Either 12 or 10, mostly it's 12. The 12 disciples, and that is what we call the inner circle. So who are your inner circle? You have to decide now before you start a game plan. Or who are the one you're going to create as your inner circle within these 90 days. Do not start the business without inner circle. Why I was able to do within 9.5 months this Scrum Ambassador, I know who my inner circle is. Every time I think of my business, which country has got my people, which country, and I know how to work with them. And every day I communicate with them. So guys, this is very, very for you to understand. Now, before I continue now, for me to take some rest, am I helping y'all? If I'm helping y'all, please say yes. Yes. Okay. And that will give me a boost to continue further. Okay. Now, yeah, keep typing. Okay. I see y'all typing. Very good. All right. Given sir, I'm in training. Okay. So you see, very important. And you need to have that understanding very powerfully. Okay. Now, the 90-day game plan is a very short game plan, guys. Very short game plan. All these are most important thing. Many people start a 90-day game plan, then they go back to their old self because they don't understand this. What we are doing in Superlife now, if you understand, Superlife is a very powerful system where the speed is coming from the product, the speed is coming from the system. I buy the package, I introduce to people, I get back my capital. I have freedom of mind now. Then I create my inner circle, I work with my inner circle. And the system is hard work, teamwork, hard work, system work, and teamwork. This formula will you never lose, guys. And a man who has done Crown Ambassador and who has valued that within a short period of time, I'm telling you from that. Not just as a coach, I'm a coach player. And I can repeat this also. If I want to go for another amount of that, I'll go repeat with the same people. I can repeat this. So that's what I'm saying, hard work, system work, and teamwork. So your hard work is with you and yourself. Don't impose your hard work on anybody else. If you have to do homework to understand how your mind works, you have to put a homework how to understand how your soul works. You have to understand how you're listening. You have to do a lot of reading and writing, reading a lot, understand how you work. And then work hard immediately with your people. The 2 people who are coming immediately until you get your circle of people, guys. Together, 2 people, maybe you have to bring in 10, maybe you have to bring in 15. That's why I like the earn 5,000, teach 5,000. Earn 5,000, teach 5,000. To earn 5,000, there are 2 ways you can do that. You can earn the 5,000. Number 1, you can bring in direct supers, at least over 12 to 15 people, maybe 12 people, direct supers. When you bring in direct supers, you sit down and do this, what I told you now. There are 2 categories of people you can bring in. People want to consume the product. There are a lot of sick people now outside that guy. 92% of people outside are sick, either mentally or physically or financially. That's what WHO says. Out of the 14, out of the, sorry, for wellness, they say you need 8. And what brings them what brings them pain or sickness is main 3 things. Number 1, they have either physical problem, physical sickness. Number 2, mental sickness. Or thirdly, could be poverty, guys, financial sickness. Today, Corona is giving all 3. All 3. Mental sickness are people who had money, now they are losing money. Who had business, they are losing business. Mentally, they are disturbed a lot. You can help them. Everywhere I go, if I'm paying something, I will see how do I convert this into asset. If I'm paying 5,000, how can I make 5,000 back here, or how can I get regular 5,000? So everywhere I pay something, I'll talk to the person who I'm paying to about this business. He buys it, then the 5,000 is an investment for me, even though I'm getting value from that. So every prospect you see can be a prospect for you, because they might have the mental problem, or they can have the physical problem, or they can have many problems now because of this Corona now. So our prospects are many of 4 guys. There's no limited prospects now. Corona has created a lot of prospects for us now. Network marketing business grows about 1,000% every 10 years. They call it the economic downturn. Economic downturn happens because of RRI. If you want, you can write this down. RRI. R first is recession. Second R is retrenchment. Third R is inflation. What is the difference between 3? Inflation is when your price of your goods are more than what you used to buy before. If you go to a restaurant, if you go to, say, suppose you go to a mall to buy groceries, maybe 1 year ago, you can buy the entire groceries at 50 ringgit or $50. Now you go and with the same grocery you put in, you buy at 100. That means the price has gone up. That's called inflation. Second one is recession. You're earning 1,000 last year. This year also you're earning 1,000. But with 1,000 that year, you can buy so many things. Now the 1,000, you can only buy few things. And that means you're earning, the dollar value has shrunk. And that is called recession. You must understand all this terminology, guys, because we are in the business of dealing with people. And if you want to go to up market, if you want to go to market who are dealing with people who are professionals, you must know all this. That's why you have to come for training. Like, gone are the days I go and look for a person who's struggling in life and tell him, please come and join me. No, guys, today is very professional way we handle things. And you want to go into the league, you want to go to the upper market and all that in terms of your own income. You want to earn 50,000 income, 100,000 income, and you want to make $1 million, you have to now upgrade yourself. And upgrading is what this training is all about. I'm not interested in just give all some motivation and that's ARA and all that. I don't believe in that. Upgrading of yourself is more important. So RRI happens. First is inflation. Next is recession. Third one is retrenchment. Every 10 years cycle, companies go through some problems. The corporate world goes through some problem. And during that time, the only industry that goes up by 1,000% is the network marketing industry, guys. Network marketing industry. That means if a guy is there regularly doing the business, where he was earning 1,000, maybe he can earn 10,000. A guy who joins now 0, he can earn 1,000. That means 1,000%. But during pandemic, he can go 10,000% more, guys, because everybody is now in havoc. And that's why everybody comes and see. Now Zoom attracts a lot of people. If you capitalize and maximize, you work additionally hard now. This is the best time. This is a window of opportunity we have. We shouldn't be lazy. We should work consistently. And you are going to be the kingmaker. And that is the time God has given us now. Work from home, work from heart, work feeling happy. Work from home, work from heart, work feeling happy. If you are not happy, don't do the business, because you are going to instill different vibration for people. Because it's all about attracting souls, guys, not about attracting people. Okay, very important. This is a time you go aggressive. You know, MWay, you can go and Google on MWay website. MWay is a public listed company, and they will show their accounts openly. The last time they made 1 billion is 2015. 1 billion 1 year sales, 2015. The last time before the pandemic. And that time, 2013, US was going through one of the worst crises ever. Many companies in US almost collapsed. Companies like AIG Group and all that almost collapsed, and the government didn't fund that. Only for one industry, 2 industries, for in fact, that saved US economy, guys. And you can go and Google, you can go and check. And that's when Wall Street Journal started looking at network marketing industry very seriously. During that time, network marketing industry and SME, small, medium income earners, these are the guys who saved the US economy. And that's when all the top guys from Warren Buffett started buying the stocks from network marketing companies. Today, the number 11 network marketing company in the world, they don't sell products, they sell a service. And that service you and I are buying regularly from companies now. And they are selling that. And that company is called Prime America. And they're selling insurance, guys. Today, even insurance is sold by network marketing companies. Even legal aid, there are companies selling legal aid. That means you have tax problem. I mean, you have problem with the court. You don't have to send. Then you can sell this one. You can use that legal aid to go to things. So many things are being sold by network marketing because one of the fastest and reach out to people the easiest way. Now you are given a very powerful thing to do that in Superlife also. And Superlife grew 1 million people in a very short period of time during this pandemic. Now I won't be surprised. My income grew tremendously during this pandemic. 2 years it took me to build the foundation, everything. I became a crown diamond in 2019. But during this pandemic, because of Zoom, power of Zoom, I did my double crown, triple crown, and my crown ambassador. I'm not taking so much pride or dignity. No, there's no ego on this. It's because the system helped me. And the right people came in the right places. My inner circles helped me. People like Utumba, I really must value him for that. And people like what is this? Our Nathan or Nathan. When I'm speaking English, his name is Nathan. From a guy who was used to never wear coat to do presentation. And when he came for our first presentation, I asked him, no, you must, if you are going to do public presentation, you must wear a coat. Then he brought one prospect who knows him for so long. And the prospect came and I asked him after this, we had some, after meeting. So I asked him, why you want to join Superlife? If Nathan is wearing a coat, then this is a fantastic business, he said. Today, the same Nathan is sitting in a room and doing to the world market and is like in a BBC studio, BBC newsreader. And that is upgradation of him, guys, involvement. And all these guys working very hard, very, very hard. And all the leaders, okay, from India, Jagdish, Rajmohan, all these people, I don't want to quote many names, all souls. All of them are working very, very hard in the organization, guys. And the same thing goes to all the dominator leaders. Everyone is working very hard. Why? Because we are just using our home and talking from that. You take Warren, you take Vimalan, you take Mohan, you take Vidya, everyone, they're doing in their own best way, the best they know. And that's what you and I should do. Our own best way with what we know. And that will take you to global market in no time, guys. Wherever you are now, you can be in Papua New Guinea, you can be in Kenya, you can be in Aba. If you just follow our system, you follow our dominator team spirit and come regularly. You come one time, then you go another come. Guys, I speak on Friday, Monday, I speak on Tuesday, I speak on Wednesday is the day I take Dr. MAHA day out. I speak on Thursday, I speak on Friday. Yesterday I spoke. Then today I took my time, I also spoke. I'm not getting tired because I'm enjoying it. I'm not running around like those days to go and do stock, guys. I'm sitting in the house and talking. If you can aggressively, massively do this, any one of you, even if your income is zero today, the next 10 days, you massively do 3 Zoom a day. 45 minutes the Zoom gives you free. And you just within 30 minutes, you can do presentation now. Go and see Darvina's presentation, Mahesh Babu's presentation, all the young people's presentation. 30 minutes you can do a presentation or play the presentation to the prospect and then say, what do you think? You know what I do? I don't present. I don't present to people. The moment they say they're interested, I send them my 2 seconds video and then I send my presentation from one of my presentation there because this young people give me the 30 minutes presentation and then all the testimonies there, 1 hour talk is there. I say, put a headphone and listen. And then they said, okay, I want to talk to you about it. Then they ask me question based on what they watched. So I'm not presenting one. I'm just handling their question. That way you will close faster, guys. Why not you do this? Please do this aggressively, massively for the first 30 days. Begin with first 10 days first. You don't do first 10 days aggressively non-stop, you won't go for the next 10 days. Don't worry about your results. Set your target by 31st December, what you want to attend. what you want to attain. And follow my book very seriously. I'm not going through the book now to you because that book is meant for you, not for me. Sit down quietly, and whatever I shared now, everything will be speculated very well in the book. And sit down, you put your mark there, that I'm going to be this business serious, and be very sincere, guys. Some people, they are not sincere. That's why they are not succeeding, even though we're working very hard. Sincere has got nothing to do with honesty, and sincerity has got nothing to do with lying and cheating. Some people lie to get what they want, and then they cheat, but that's nothing to do with sincere, and that's lying and cheating. Sincere means, sincere, honesty, and integrity means one thing. You're putting your body, mind, and soul to get what you want in life. That's what sincere. Since I'm here 100%, I'm not looking at anything else. I'm very sincere to what I'm doing. That is sincere, guys. That's got nothing to do with lying and cheating. That is a person's character. Next is honesty. Honesty means you're doing from your nest of what you call as honest. Honest means holiness. Short form for now, honest is holiness. You're doing from your soul. That's your holiness. That's why honest. So you're doing sincerely and honestly means is that's what. Integrity means your body, mind, and soul is integrated to what you're doing. And this has got nothing to do with cheating. Some people come and they say, come for a Zoom meeting, and that's lying. What is that coming for? You're coming for, is it Super Life? No, it's not Super Life. That's lying. Then what is it? No, you just come and say, is it Super Life? Again, they ask you, no, it's not Super Life. When they come there and then they say Super Life, they'll be very, very disappointed with you guys. Don't lie like that. Don't even have white lie just to get a guy come in. If he says, is it Super Life? Yes, it's Super Life. Are you doing it? Never make them feel bad when they come for the Zoom meeting. Is it network marketing? Yes, it is network marketing. Are you doing it? You should tell them honestly what you're calling them for. And the word honestly is loosely used. You shouldn't have LIE, low in energy. Don't lie them for anything. Okay, just invite them. It's a fantastic business opportunity that's gone globally to a company called Super Life. That's why I say send everything first, then invite them to come. Some will, some won't, so what, share more. You keep on sharing, the right ones will come, guys. Today, every Monday morning at 5 a.m., I wake up at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. We are now targeting US, and it's coming very well now, guys. Prakash has got a team in US. Sudagar has got a team in US. So many of us have a team in US now. We are now giving them regular support and service. We are giving the service to the leaders, and you have to come and capitalize and bring in your people there. If we don't capitalize and don't maximize on that, then you're wasting the 90-day game plan. Every Tuesday's morning. Every Monday night, evening, we have Tamil presentation. You know that Tamil leaders are doing very well now. Why not you capitalize that? You got any Tamil speaking friends? You don't have, go and make friends with Tamil speaking friends. Let them do the talking for you. Because any language you speak from the heart will touch their heart. This is called mother tongue. So you know all the top leaders and dominators are Tamil speaking people. Why not you bring people and place there? So you come on every Tuesdays. Doesn't say that only Tamil speaking people must go in there. In network marketing, we don't do like that, guys. Nick Lim has got Tamil leaders. He's got so many other leaders also. I also got all mix. And then every Wednesdays, we have Dr. Jairaj now is doing the Hindi meeting. He speaks very good Hindi. I don't speak Hindi. I go there, so I try to learn Hindi from all the Hindi movies I watch. But Hindi is a different movie than a different language from Tamil. So he's doing that. Why not you capitalize and maximize that? And then every Thursdays, we have a Malay meeting. We attracted fantastic people during now in Malay meeting, guys. One of my top leaders from that I have the last 30 years, my friend, Mr. Apon, is also now in the Malay meeting. Why not you capitalize on that? Anything you focus will increase. Now, every Friday, you have to come for the coaching session. Until you get the system right inside you, you come. Many people say we are repeating the same thing. Like today, I may be repeating the same thing. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to your mind. I don't believe in mind. I'm talking to your soul. The more the soul listens, the more the soul takes in the data, the soul will go to sleep. And while it's sleeping now, it will sleep in there. During the time, it will travel, guys. It say, my boss wants this. He's been listening to this a lot. Maybe is this what he wants? It's like YouTube. You're watching a YouTube from one particular movie or one particular theme of song. Suddenly, YouTube will send you so many things related to that. The soul also works like that. They are using artificial intelligence. I'm using spiritual intelligence. So anything you focus is called RAM, rectangular activated mechanism. You come and listen to this, you come and listen to this, you come and listen to this. then your soul will pick up, oh, this is what he really wants. This is what he wants. So let me go look for these things now. It will travel, guys, because soul has got no body. While you're in 8 hours, you don't know where you'll go. There was a movie I watched, Star Trek, I watched, where people are living between you and me. I'm talking to you, are talking to me. There are some dimension going on between you and me. There are somebody living there. Our souls could have gone there to get vibration, to even pick up the guys and come to us, guys. You don't know. Just because you cannot see doesn't mean it's not there. So if you listen to this over and over and over and over again, spaced repetition is the mother of success. Is spaced repetition the mother of success? Who is the father? Decision making. Suddenly you make a decision, wow, this is a business, I want to do it. It's not that the speaker was great or super duper on the great, because your soul has picked up 100% what the soul is listening. That is why in US now, they don't call network marketing SOPs or coming for meeting like this, they don't call meetings anymore. They're meetings for corporate. They call this exposure. Exposing your soul to the right situation, right atmosphere to attract what it wants. In US, they call it exposure. And then in MWay now, before the pandemic, they were having all their main meetings at midnight. Because when the midnight, they go out there, they sleep every day, midnight or 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, because the soul is at a peak energy, they have meetings during the time. So they can absorb souls. They were doing this kind of seminars all before. And that's the kind of thing I'm telling you guys. It's soul touching, soul touching, soul touching, soul touching, soul. If Dr. Maha was able to attract this, means because Zoom gave me the power to connect with souls, and that soul vibration energy was exchanged, guys. Can we do this now? I'm giving you such a powerful briefing now. It all came from the energy up there, and because it came from y'all, you have your soul energy, you have the artificial intelligence, and you can get anything you want in life. SI, AI, and to get what you want in life. And then what you want in life, you just have to come and define and refine that. Define yourself and refine yourself. Define means you must have a definite goal what you want and make it a magnificent obsession. And you must be so totally saturated in that. Your soul will be saturated. It will attract for you the people that you need, the circumstance that you need, the situation that you need to get what you want in life. And that's how you get the money energy. That's how you get the car energy. That's why you get anything, guys. Every time I give you an example how this one works. Suppose you want to buy a car. And you say, suppose you want to buy a white color car or black color car. Suppose you want to buy a Mercedes or BMW, and you start thinking about that. You go around the showroom, you see. After that, you go out and see everywhere you will see the car. Suddenly you see excessive of that car, guys. It's not that the car was not there, but why did you pick the car? Because it's gone deep into your soul. Rectangle activated mechanism has picked up, and you pick the car. There are times when you're going in a deep highway, traffic light, sorry, not highway, traffic light. Suddenly you realize your friend is going the other side. Who told you your friend is going the other side? Many of us would have had that experience. You just glance, you see your friend's car the other side. Who told you that? That's your soul, guys. That's what we call human spirit. And that's what network marketing business is all about. It's not how clever you are, how smart you are, how well you present. It doesn't even bother all that. There are guys who can't even present a word, can't even speak a word of English. You have brought more business than the most professional presenter here, guys. Care for souls, care for souls, care for souls, and souls will care for you. There is a guy from MWay who was just a welder, doesn't even know a word of Mandarin, forget about English. And his leader told him, at that time it was offline, his leader told him, just bring people for this meeting every Friday or every Tuesday. Those are Tuesdays or Friday, I can't remember. Just bring in people, just bring in people. So here's a welder. You only had the welding when. So he will go around the village, pick people up and put them in the car and bring them. Every day he did that. Today the guy, he put, there was a Toyota MR2. He was the first guy to buy that car. He was only 18 years old then. Can't speak a word of English, can't speak a word of Mandarin also. Today he has business in about 3-4 countries, guys. And maybe he's now easily 60, 70 years old. Guys, that is the most important thing you need. You must care for souls. And now, 7.8 billion population in the world. The souls that are connected to you can be anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. If you consistently come for our meetings, bring people for our Tuesday meetings, for the English meeting, for all the meetings, you will be connected to the soul that have been designed to be connected to you. I repeat that. If you consistently come for all our meetings, you will be connected to the world, that souls that have been designed to be connected to with you. Whoever is not connected with you, however hard you try, they will never come to you. So don't worry for those who don't come, but focus on those who have come and give your best to them. Don't worry, people leave you and go to other company, other teams and stealing. Don't worry about that. It's not meant to be, it's not meant to be. What is meant to be, nobody can take away from you. There's a saying in Tamil, if I put oil all over my body, if I go and roll in the sand, what will stick to me will stick to me. What will not supposed to stick to me will never stick to me, however much I roll. Same thing here, guys. Those people who are supposed to come to you, they will come to you. And those people supposed to grow with you, they will grow with you. And that's how you must look at this business. And you only have to look for people until you are 100 people in your team. After that, don't worry about people anymore. Manage the team. Now at 50,000 members worldwide, I don't manage people, guys. I manage teams. I lead people, I manage teams. I never manage people. That's not my job. Whether you come for a meeting or not, that's not my problem. It's your problem. Whether you do this business or not, that's not my problem. That's your problem. So I never interfere in my leaders' affairs. I will just tell them, there's a meeting, can you come in? That's why I told my leader in India, there's a meeting, can you blast everywhere and let them come in? If they come, they benefit. They don't come, that's their problem. So I don't wait for leaders to start my meeting also in every meetings you see. If they are there, I will ask them to do. If they're not there, I will get somebody else to do. And I train everyone to do. I train people in other teams to do because I want every people to do. Our garden of supply must be the best garden ever. Can we do this? So guys, before we end the session, I got one more session after about 5:10 for Australia. And just a call came and I'm going to go in there afterwards. But before I go in there, I spoke about 2 hours for y'all and not me speaking. It's my soul energy now. If I use my mind and your body energy, I cannot speak like this, guys. And that's what I want you all to do. Love this business and you speak no more. Love this business, you speak no more. Because when you're supposed to do what your speakers do, what you're supposed to speak, everything is already decided. And the right ones will follow. 64 of you came from beginning and 65 of you are here now. And that's what souls will attract, guys. Okay, so I want Zarina Khan, a teacher who teaches classes all. Okay, so summarize this and tell what you gain from that as a teacher. Okay, because learn, teach, and duplicate. Remember, the success of our business is nothing else, guys. It's not how smart you are. It's not what car you drive. It's not what house you live. Today with Zoom, none of that matters also. Because nobody sees that. What they see is, can I learn from him? Can he teach me? Can I duplicate what he's doing? So learn, teach, and duplicate. One of my new leaders asked me, is Mr. Nick Lim direct with you? I say, no, but he's as good as direct. He's way down somewhere. I say, why? My son, everybody was watching his video every day. They say he speaks like Dr. Maha. So I'm happy because I was able to use the system to learn, to teach, and duplicate. And I'm not taking the pride on my head because that's what the system did for me. So I'm very much take pride on my system, guys. And that system doesn't belong to me. It belonged to the guys who gave us a system. The guys who gave the system to us is Rich DeVos and Jay Van Andel, the founders of Amway. I always must acknowledge those guys who gave us something. And they were the distributors for a company, first network marketing company in the world, California Vitamin Company. Today we call it Neutralite. So learn, teach, and duplicate belong to Rich and Jay. And every time I speak, I always tell my mentor also, I may be a different company mentor. I may be a different thing, Sifu. And he doesn't even allow me to call him Sifu or anything Chief or what, Stone. His name is Gladstone. Until today, I have to call him Stone. I only share the spirit of Rich and Jay. Learn, teach, and duplicate belong to them. When they came to Malaysia, they invited all the top insurance managers, because insurance got database. And the insurance manager said, wow, your idea is very good. Don't worry, leave it to us. We got very powerful training system. They say, please keep your training system with you. Our system is very simple. We want anyone to do it. Is learn, teach, and duplicate. And that's what I've been trying to tell you. Use the book to learn, to teach, and to duplicate, guys. And if you can do that successfully in 90 days, then you will be talking like me to your team in 90 days time. Okay. So Zarina Khan, ma'am, you can share. She's from North India. Please share your feelings. Just move the phone slightly a bit.
Thank you. Sir, my work is not good, sir.
Now it's okay. Now it's okay. Very good. We can hear you.
It is a very inspirational and motivational training you gave to us, and just we will follow teachable, reachable, and coachable. And I session like you, and I use different language in different countries. So to say today I learned. Thank.
Okay, line is quite bad, no problem. Thank you, Zarina. That's Zarina is a teacher from North India, and she's doing our business very well. She's a leader rank, and no, sorry, Sapphire rank now. Sorry. Okay, we're going Ruby rank. See, guys, if you aim for crown diamond, any rank I mentioned doesn't matter. Crown diamond should be your goal. Okay, so she's going for crown diamond soon. Okay, that should be a goal. All of you who are coming here, 68 followers, I want you all to target for crown diamond. 90-day crown diamond. Can you all do that? Can we? I'm not imposing on you all. I'm proposing to you all. I'm so happy and excited that I'm a crown diamond in Super Life in 31st December 2021. And then what happens? How do you do that now? The 369 formula. This is a bonus thing I'm giving you now before I go. 369 formula. Somebody asked for the book, and what is this? Ain, can you help me to upload the book into the they call in Zoom? Okay, if you can help me to do that. You see, guys, very simple. You have to write this down and use the Nikola Tesla's formula 369. First thing in the morning, I am so happy and excited that I am a crown diamond in Super Life by 31st December 2021. And write it down 3 times. Write it down 3 times. Okay, 369. And then when you're studying in the morning, you're initiating it. And then 6 times in the afternoon. I'm so happy and excited that I am a crown diamond in Super Life by 31st December 2021. Write it down 6 times. And then write it down 9 times at night. You initiate it 9 times. I'm so happy and excited that I'm crown diamond in Super Life by 31st December 2021. What are you doing? Your external activated mechanism, you're giving exposure to it. And you're telling your soul, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. Then the soul will go and tell its boss, boss is asking for this. Can we help this guy? I'm with him now, better give him. Otherwise, he will be torturing me. So the boss will, it will tell the boss. That's why I'm telling you, that's a very old Tamil song which says, the creator above is my boss, everybody else is my friend. The creator above is my boss, everybody else is my friend. That's why we call this friendship marketing. So treat everyone as your friend. There's no upline, downline here. When you're super, we all are friends. I'm a friend to you. And then everybody that you see as a prospect, the guy can be an engineer, you can be an ordinary person, the guy can be a top, highest guy earning in somewhere. When he comes in front, he's just a friend for you. When you see like that, your confidence will be over, guys. Don't value people for where they are now. They may be putting a facade, maybe putting a face, but they might be suffering more than you. You may be poor now, but you may be happy. Okay, so 369 is very important. Start today. Write it down what you want to do, and night you go and initiate 9 times. Okay, maybe now it's afternoon, whatever time you are, 369. Do not fail, guys. I'm going to call upon another person who has been practicing this, and the changes are happening to the person. Okay, and she sent me the picture of, she even sent me the video of the book. She has written that regularly now, guys. Okay, I'm going to call her to share. Can I have Asha, please? Asha, you can share. I'll make you a co-host. You can share that. Okay, unmute and share your experience.
Very good evening, Dr. Maha. Thank you for this opportunity. So first of all, 369 method, Dr. Maha taught us like around 3 to 4 months ago when he launched the 90 Days Ruby Plan book. So basically, the 369 plan really captured my mind, and I was really excited to try that. So the day after he taught me 369 method, and he showed some YouTube videos on how this 369 Nikola Tesla method works. So I immediately searched in YouTube, and I saw that 369 method is really, really, really powerful. And the method that Dr. Maha taught us was really awesome. And immediately I bought a new book, a new journal, and I started doing it from day 1 until now. I'm continuously doing it. So morning 3 times, evening 3 times, and before I sleep, I'll be writing 9 times. And of course, when you're writing a long sentence, you do feel some pain in your hand, but that pain is actually giving you some pleasure, and it will definitely change your mindset. And especially when you start doing it in the morning, 3 times, you're registering in your mindset. And in the afternoon, whatever work you're hustling, when you write down, you take your time and write down, it will capture and you will embed it in your subconscious mind. And same thing before you go to your bed, you write 9 times, it definitely will capture in your mind. So every day you're practicing that, no matter what is your effort, this 369 method will definitely work. And this is really working, and my mindset and everything, like those where I'm approaching, many things is actually working out indirectly. So there's no like afraid whether you don't doubt yourself. When you're doubtless, you can achieve more than that. It's just that it takes time, but definitely it will happen. Thank you so much, Dr. Maha.
All right. Okay. So awesome. And I think you already have that book here. I'm going to download this so that I can upload to you all. Asha, can you upload into that into our?
Yeah, so I can send the Google Drive here, sir.
You just send it here so that people can get the book out.
Sure.
Guys, most important is what I shared in the 2 hours, and then you can apply all that in the book. You just follow the book, okay? You just follow the book. I'm going to call upon another gentleman now to share. Okay, wait, let me just share that. Mr. Nabil, okay. Mr. Nabil, you can unmute and share, sir. I want you to share what you had. You were here from beginning. Mr. Nabil, you can share. Mr. Nabil is our leader from Sri Lanka.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Can hear you loud and clear.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I want to thank you for giving this opportunity. I think it is a very good opportunity for all the leaders to follow up and get into the right track. So we are here preparing this also the 90 days. We are trying to get the leaders and to lead. I think in that itself has the purpose. If there's no aim, no goal, we don't reach anywhere. So I think basically that's the plan for now. So we're going to achieve that in a group, in a team. So I have a few of my partners also there in this training. So I wish them also good luck, and we will achieve the goal.
All right. Thank you. That is Nabil for you from Sri Lanka. Next, I'm going to call Betty now. This why I'm calling all this is to anchor. Whatever that I shared there, you must do anchoring, guys. This is called anchoring. Normally in my training session, I play music. So whenever you listen to music, immediately all these words will come to you back. We call it anchoring in psychology. Okay, anchoring is very important. So I'm anchoring now with some of the people sharing. It's like a song for you. So Betty from Holland. Betty, you can share your feelings.
Hello, Dr. Maha. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Another great presentation. God bless you.
Thank you.
In fact, every time you give us a golden nugget. What I learned today is all about mindset. I have to set my goal to know what I really want. And what I really want is financial breakthrough to help other people. And then today I learned that fear, if you're afraid to share something, you will never win. So I have to cast away fear. And also I have to, one thing I've never thought about is the inner core. I have to find those people who really want to make it. And then I shall have to build a team. So I thank you very much. And I'll use the 6-9-10 to work because I've never heard of it. So this is my first time of hearing of it. I've downloaded the book and I'm going to look into it. God bless you for all that you are doing for us. This is free of charge. So anyone who's on here, please capitalize this, because if I go for a training, I have to pay so much. I paid 3,000 for such a thing, but this is free. So I would advise all of us that whatever we learn over here, we should not just take it for granted, because Dr. Maha is doing it with passion. So let us all do it together, help one another, and we'll make it to Dubai. God bless you. Super life.
Right.
Life is super.
Super life is super. Okay. One more. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Okay, one more leader here. This is my leader of 30 years, and he's just joined us recently. And he's so passionate about this industry, and he has been with me. And in fact, he just shared with me the book I mentioned. I've gifted him the book. I even forgotten that during for one of his awards that he won. So can I have our super leader, Mr. Apon, please? Okay, you can unmute and share.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I should say good morning because every time we meet, it's the morning, right? Okay. Good morning, the beautiful people of the world. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Mahadevan, my CFO in insurance 30 years back. Now I'm back with him to rock the world. Yeah. Talking about faith, firmly accept in your heart. Once you accept in your heart, then you work toward your dream, set your goal, and work to achieve your goal. Nobody can stop you, only you stop yourself. Yeah. That's why they say the man without decision cannot be started, but the man with decision cannot be stopped. We have to become an unstoppable force that can move the world. So I must build the confidence and decide and begin to work toward your goal. Goal is what we call genuine objective about life. That's his goal, what you want to achieve in your life. 90 days plan, that's why they said you can get anything in life by 90 days if you really decide and work for it. Thank you once again, Dr. Mahadevan, who brought me back again. So we rock the world. Thank you very much. See you later. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, there's something new I learned from you upon.
Yes.
Genuine objective of life. Okay,
yes, goal.
That's a goal. Fantastic. All right. If you don't have a genuine objective of life, then you'll be like a chicken without a head, like a bird without the wings. Okay, so you cannot fly. You need to have goals in life, guys. You see, once I finished Macron ambassador, I just relaxed and I was just hanging around, working on everything, but I didn't have a preset. So last couple of days I set it, then I know where I'm going, what I want, and I'm working towards that. So that goal is very important, guys. Every successful people in the world, they always have a goal. They are not without goals. And that goal is something personalized for them and that which they want to achieve in their life. So what is that you want? You have to set that first before you start the book. And the book, Asha has downloaded the book now for y'all. You can download that. The link is there. This is the book I was mentioning upon, is showing that bringing out the magic in you. Fantastic book. If you can find this book and buy this book, is very good, guys. Bakem and I and all our team, what we had, like what we are having the reading class now, we used to have this class and we used to share these books in all our trainings. You can see all the books upon behind that. All these books we used before. You see, the difference between you and me is the books you read and the people you meet. Okay, and we are in people business. Reading, leaders are readers, guys. You have to read a lot. 90-day game plan. Before I end the session, maybe I'll end about another 1 minute, 2 minutes, because I just sent message to the other side. 90-day game plan. You must first change your habit first. Okay, very important. Can you all write this down? Change your habit first. Okay, change your habit first. That is very important. And changing the habit is what your success of your health, your wealth is all about. If you don't change your habit, then you're going to go back to your old ways of doing things, guys. Okay, and that you write at the end, H, habit. Okay, then next you have to change your attitude. Attitude. If you don't change your attitude, you cannot reach any altitude in life. They say it's not your aptitude, but your attitude that decides your altitude in life. What is the difference? Aptitude means is what I learn, the knowledge I know. But that is many talented people, many learned people around the world, but they are still poor. Some of the people who have got double degree, triple degree, and they are driving taxis also. Why? They have the knowledge, but they don't have the right attitude. Attitude is what I say. Somebody asked to define attitude, and the best definition came from Bob Proctor, the founder for Law of Attraction. And he said, attitude means thoughts, feelings, and action at a given moment of now. If your thoughts, your feelings, and action are synchronized in a given moment of now, so their body, mind, and soul is connected in the moment of now, that is attitude, guys. So some people have all the talents in the world. They are so educated so well, they know what to do. But if their attitude is wrong, everything will be wrong. So attitude is very, very important. So habit, attitude. Next is skills, guys. You need to have skills, S-K-I-L-L, skills. Today is not about skill of how to convince another person. Today is not that, guys. You don't have to convince anyone today. Most of the people, they know what they want, they know what they are. Today is the skills to convince yourself. You need to have the books. You need to have everything now to convince yourself that you are in the best business. You don't have to convince anybody. Those days, the word skill means sharp kill. That means that it was like a hunter going for his hunt. He want to make sure that his spear is very sharp. He go and kill to get a game. That means people, consumers, and all our leaders were like people were going to kill to beat them outside. That's what skill means those days. Sharp and kill. Today is not like that. You have to sharpen your own thoughts, your own words to kill your laziness, to kill your procrastination, to kill your own value of life. That's all wrong. So when you kill all this, your past habits, then you are sharpening yourself to become better in life. So today is everything within us, guys. The word WIN means within, win first here. And this morning I wrote in Facebook, I shared in the video, this Facebook this morning. I said, to raise eagles, first you have to become an eagle. To raise eagles, first you have to become an eagle. And you have to first be internal eagle first, internalize first, before you become external eagles. External eagles is known to the world. Internal eagle is known to you and yourself. So that's what we are trying to do that. So habit, and then attitude, skills, then knowledge. Finally, I've reversed that thing. If you start from KASH means is cash, guys. You want cash in money, you want money, then you have to have the habit done. You have to have the skills. You have to have the habit, the attitude, and the cash, knowledge. And you have to come here to learn the knowledge, guys. The word knowledge means know now. KNOW, know now. What you know now is your knowledge, not what you know in the past, what you will know in the future. In fact, somebody can write for me the word knowledge here, KNOW. You see, look at the word knowledge. When you learn, the word in the middle is the most important word, the word knowledge. The middle word balances know and age. When you learn, you know something that you can be one age above the person you're speaking to. When you learn and you know more, and then you'll be one age above the person that you're speaking to. That's why I need to learn a lot. All right. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the time. Okay. And today we had a fantastic session. All right, Wahid, right word knowledge. Okay. I like to continue, but my time also is calling me. Utumba, one final word for you, sir. Utumba is our AIM president and is doing a wonderful job every Saturdays, guys. That is tonight. Utumba, I don't know what's the Malaysian time. We have a Nigerian presentation, and Utumba is doing a wonderful job there. If you have any prospects in Nigeria, they are the right people to contact to, and you can see that we send this thing to all the groups also. Okay. So Utumba, are you there? If you want, you can share something for me before we go. If Utumba is not near the phone, then I call Mr. Prakash, our rightful man. Oh, Prakash, you do a right before Prakash. I want to call Said. Said, our leader from what is this Sri Lanka, and is doing a wonderful job. His team is going very well, and he's a professional by profession. So let us hear from Said. Go ahead, sir. Are you there, Said? Sometimes their bandwidth is slow, they cannot unmute themselves. Okay. So if they cannot, then I'll call Prakash now. Prakash, just one final roll up, then we are off. Gone. Okay, go ahead, sir. Prakash Mudaraga. Okay, maybe we need to wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much. I got one guy, I need to ask him to speak. I like this man. Okay, Prakash, go ahead, Prakash.
Hold on. Can you hear me, sir?
Loud and clear.
It's very heavy rain here.
Oh, no wonder. It was raining heavily in my place also. Okay, go ahead.
Correct. We started at 3 o'clock. Now it's like 5:15.
Yes.
2.5 hours almost.
2.15 minutes.
Yes, fully power packed, sir. Sir, what I can say is that whatever I have learned from you for past almost 1 year plus, you have given the essence of it today. I can really connect all your talks with what you shared today. It's really there. Right from how you, the way that you spoke about the Zoom, the way how to bring your core team, and then right from the morning, how you do the writing, all these very key point that I used to hear from you in every session. And today I see it is like an essence. Normally they said, Because I read this Upanishad, the Vedas and all that, the essence is in Bhagavad Gita. So what you have given today, I can say it is a nectar. It's a compromise. Your full effort, whatever you have done for the years, you have given purely, sir, today. Really appreciate your effort. And I hope all of us are benefited. And thank you very much, Dr. Mahaji. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, guys, now before I end, I want you all to seal the deal with me. How many of you are coming with Dubai, to Dubai with us?
Of course, I'm
you all-
coming with you.
All right, put all of you all type, put I am. When you are typing I am here, you're typing your I am to your soul will send a message to above. Okay, start with today. And then let us all rock in Dubai, guys. We must be the most number of people in Dubai. Dominators must be the most. I told Mohan, our target should be 1,000 people just for Dominator alone. And if you guys do your part, we all can go together to Dubai. And when you come back, you'll be a totally different person. From experience, I'm telling you, events like that will change our lives forever, guys. The way you look at life, okay? Totally different. So let us now rock ourselves. Thank you so much for all your time. Super life is super. And this is the moment, now's the time. If you really set your heart, mind, and soul, we can rock, guys. All those of you from Pacific Ocean, tomorrow I'm not having the Pacific presentation tomorrow. It's going to be off there. You can do your other work because tomorrow we have something to do with the founder. So tomorrow I'll be off tomorrow. So I'm going to put that in with them. So tomorrow we will have off, okay? So thank you so much for your time. Super life is super. Let us now say super life is super and end the session, guys. Super life is super. Thank you so much. Super life is super. Super life is super.
Thank you, Dr. Maha.
Take care. Be super.
Super life, love you, super.
Upload
Ready,
this son. Super life is super.
Life is super. Life is super.
Super.
Super life.
Life is super.
Life is super.
Life is super.
Life is
Bye
super.
bye.
Thank you, Dr. Maha. Thank you.
Super
Thank
life.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Dr. Maha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super life is super. Life is super.
Hello, Adi.